I recently joined a Flat Earth forum to ask questions about the Flat Earth model in order to understand how we could measure the length of the sun's shadows across the Earth in order to prove whether the Earth is flat or round. I then made a video about this and shared it with them. Then they made their own video about mine and had some interesting things to say about me.
He's a wordsmith, man. The guy is really calculated in the words that he uses. I don't know, it's almost like black magic, man.
Never in my life have I been accused of using black magic, so I'll take it. There were several criticisms that they had with my video, but far and away, the largest one had to do with the direction of sun rays. Initially, they seemed to like my rendering of the sun and its rays. At high noon during the equinox, we expect the sun to be directly over the
divergent rays. Well done.
But then, when I zoomed in to show that the sun's rays are essentially parallel here on Earth, they really seem to take exception to that. Since the sun is very far away in the globe Earth model, the rays of sunlight are essentially parallel to one another.
See what I'm saying?
Show an image that contradicts what you say. Why not?
They really did not seem to like my presentation of the sun's rays as being parallel.
Wow.
Yep.
What is already presented is false because the sun hasn't got parallel sun rays, so therefore all the data they are acquiring is false. It's falsified.
Yeah.
And I believe they're right, but I don't think they have the full picture, and I think I can clarify things with what I have behind this door. Wrong door. This door. What are you doing here in the dark? I'm practicing the art of black magic. I feel like you're taking this black magic comment a bit too seriously. You dare to show such contempt for the powerful likes of magic and the wisdom it's providing me? What wisdom is it providing you? It says that everyone watching this video should subscribe and get the bell on. And those that want to support this kind of content should contribute to our Patreon account. Well, I can't argue with that, but we're trying to accurately discern how sunrays work. I don't think we're going to do that with something phony like magic. Phony? Magic is as real as you and I are, brother. You are not helping your case. What? Let's just say, I don't think magic is going to help us here. Magic is the only power that I respect. All right, fine. I have my own magic to share. Is it powerful? It will render all other magic useless. What, pray tell, is this magic? I call it science. Will you teach me this magic, brother? I'm certainly going to try. In this video, I'm going to walk through the differences between divergent rays and parallel rays. I'll explain why I think these rays don't disprove the globe Earth model and why calling sun rays divergent can be incredibly misleading. But enough talk, more data! It's data time!
I'm data.
In my last video series, I tried to prove whether the Earth is flat or round using the sun's rays to map out the Earth. And we used magic to do it. We did not. I built devices out of PVC pipe and paper, and I wanted to ship them around the world to all of you so you could measure the sun at your location on the Earth. You all get one. Well, as it turns out, I naively thought shipping things would be easy these days. Apparently, shipping packages internationally is far more expensive than I realized, so I don't think it's worth it. So, no shipping? Well, I think shipping within the US is still affordable. So if you're in the US and interested in one of my contraptions, get in contact with me because I already bought materials for a few prototypes that I need to get rid of. So there's no way to make this work? Well, I think one alternative solution would be for me to design something with Legos and then publish my design so people could build it themselves. I think there are some website apps that allow you to design your Lego project and then share it with people. Would people be interested in that? I don't know. Let me know if that will work for you. I thought you were going to talk about the Flat Earthers review of our video. Right. So originally, I posted a question in Flatzoid's Flat Earth forum asking, what is the distance between the Earth and the Sun in the Flat Earth model? I then made a video about the Flat Earth model and the Globe Earth model, showing how I thought the shadows from the Sun would look different between these two models. Flatzoid then made a review of my video and seemed to spend a large amount of time talking about how the sun rays in my Globe Earth model were wrong because I assumed they were parallel instead of divergent.
They need to ignore that there's divergent rays and say it's parallel, so they can get the angles.
Since the sun is very far
And
away in the Globe Earth model, the rays of sunlight are essentially parallel to one another.
See what I'm saying? What is already presented is false because the sun hasn't got parallel sun rays, so therefore all the data they are acquiring is false. It's falsified.
Yeah.
They even used pictures of the sun to support their criticism.
Okay, let's go look at some images of the sun, guys. And then tell me if you see any parallel sun rays anywhere. There's one picture. Nope, definitely not. There's one.
No,
Nope. Tell me when to stop when you see parallel sun rays, guys.
Oh, I can see the sun rays are divergent. That's not how you analyze divergent lines. Why not? Because the perspective in these photos is in the worst possible place to see whether the lines are parallel. What? Imagine railroad tracks running along the ground. Are they parallel? Yeah. But if I'm in between the tracks, they don't look parallel at all. From this perspective, this rail looks like it's diverging to the left, and this one is diverging to the right. So then, how can the tracks appear to be diverging if they're parallel? Magic? Here's another example. If I take two PVC pipes and lay them parallel to each other, and then I set the camera in between them, they appear divergent. In fact, if I rearrange them to make them appear parallel to the camera, they will actually be convergent in reality. But what does that have to do with the sun's rays? The same is true with taking photos of the sun. If you look directly at the sun, then all the rays will appear to be diverging, regardless if they are or not. But you said the flat earthers were right about the sun's rays diverging. Right. So, sun rays do diverge since they're all emitting from the same source, the sun. But the real issue has to do with the distance of this light source from the Earth. Why would that change anything? The distance defines the divergence. How? Let's look at an example using my own lights and PVC pipes. We have a lot of leftover PVC pipes. Here we have two pipes that cast shadows when I shine a light on them. When the light is close to the pipes, their shadows are very long, and they diverge greatly in either direction. This one diverges left, and this one diverges right. However, if I move the light source farther away from the pipes, the shadows become shorter and diverge less. As I pull my light as far away as I can from the pipes, the shadows get very short. That's because at this distance, the rays of light are so close together, they are barely diverging. And if I could move even farther away from my pipes, the light rays would be even less divergent. That's why in my original video, I said the sun's rays are essentially parallel. The rays of sunlight are essentially parallel to one another across the entire Earth. The amount of divergence is so small, we wouldn't even be able to record them on my device. How small are they? Here is a graphical representation of the Earth in the Globe Earth heliocentric model. I'm going to do my best to plot everything here to scale. The diameter of the Earth would be over 12,000 kilometers. These are the divergent sun rays that would fall on the North Pole and the South Pole during the equinox. Those lines are parallel, just like in the last video. They're not. I corrected them this time to actually be divergent. They look parallel. That they do. Because I've plotted this to scale, we can follow the lines back to their source, which is the sun. These lines appear to be moving closer together, but they're not. It's just that they are at a slight angle, meaning they are not parallel. If we follow them all the way back to their source, we see that they intersect at the sun, nearly 150 million kilometers away from the Earth. In the heliocentric model, the diameter of the sun is nearly 1.5 million kilometers. If we step back to look at the scale of everything, we see that the size of the sun and Earth are tiny compared to the distance between them. This is why the divergence of the sun rays is so small. How small is it? For that, we need to do a little bit of math. If we take the distance between the sun and Earth, as well as the diameter of the Earth, we can do a bit of trigonometry to approximate the arc angle. We get about 0.0049 degrees. That's about 1/200th of a degree. That's about 17.5 arc seconds. That's a really small angle, and that's just the angle from pole to pole. It'll be smaller if you're comparing 2 points closer on the Earth. That's still divergent. Yes, but it won't affect our measurements. Keep in mind, the device I created to measure the sun would have an error of at least half a degree. This divergence error is about 100 times less than that. So I'm not really concerned about this tiny fraction of a degree. So the flat earthers are wrong. Well, I think it's a matter of perspective. The flat earth model requires the sun to be really close to the earth. Usually, they'll say it's thousands of miles away. In my video, I determined that a distance of about 6,000 kilometers would give us shadows that were the most similar to the globe earth model. At this height, the shadows from the sun would be very divergent. However, in the globe earth heliocentric model, the sun is really far away, and so its rays are hardly divergent at all. This goes back to my initial question that started it all. How far away is the sun from the earth? Flat earthers usually don't like to say how far away the sun is exactly. Some say it's unknowable.
The sun is moving. It's constantly moving. The distance changes from moment to moment. So anyone, flat earth, round earth, no one can tell you how close or far away the sun is.
That's right.
It just can't be measured.
Some say we don't even know what the sun really is.
Yeah, who says the sun is a physical thing anyway?
I know.
Exactly.
We don't know what it is.
Exactly.
It's very elusive.
If we could find a way to measure its distance from us in a way that everyone agrees on, that would be great. The globe earthers already have a way of measuring the distance to the sun, but the flat earthers don't accept it. So I'm doubtful there's an easy way to resolve this. I guess we'll just have to resort to black magic. Oh, I certainly hope not.